Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tabitha, and today we are going to talk about why I bought this particular house and what are the factors that I consider before I signed the agreement. So we'll share some slides and then I will give the factors, and maybe these factors might help you um, also find your property or your first property, something that you want to start with. So let's go ahead. And why I bought this house is to give me the opportunity to share the factors that I consider before I bought the house. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe for more videos and I will appreciate your business. So let's get into these things, all right? So why did I decide to buy this property, and what are the disadvantages and advantages? And today we are only focusing on the advantages. So let's go ahead and see the reason that really prompted me to buy this house and the rest too, right? So let's see. So the house was for the price of 205,000, so which is like the loan that we were buying this house for. And then the down payment was around 12,700 and something, right? And we did the calculation and I was given the house because I met the requirement to get this type of loan, this amount of loan, right? So the affordability. So let's see. So this is the house, right? It's some kind of old house, and it all contained the thing that I was looking for in a property, and with the goal to really do something with it as I live in Canada. To see, because the housing is a problem in Canada. And if you have the opportunity to get something for yourself and you can afford it and you can manage the payment, is I feel like is mostly a better option than just paying rent and someone coming at your door anytime and say, oh, the rent is increased or this one. And don't get me wrong, like buying a house using a mortgage is not easy. It comes with risks. And then you have to fix things when they break. So those things you have to put into consideration before you think of buying a property. So let me give you the factors why I wanted to buy this house. So let's go ahead. So this house is actually this show like the living room, the things, all of those things. So it's a two bedroom. One factor was to for business, right? So I always dream of doing business, and what type of business would I really succeed in was not really clear because I've tried to sell clothes, I've tried to do this and do that. So I also did I'm doing stock market, but since it's a little bit slow, so I thought I will do something that could really give me some hope and motivation that is the business is working. So I thought of buying a property. So one reason was for business. So if I have, so this, the fact that I wanted it for business and I also want to live in, so really determined the type of a house, the property that I wanted, which means it has to come with 2 unit, and that rule out the condo, because if you're living in a condo, you have to share the space with the person that you want to rent with. Already talk about that. So that one also determined the me deciding the unit, the type of house that I wanted to buy. And since I am a single income household, and the amount that I make every month, I had to decide, like if the mortgage, if I have to pay a mortgage, it has to be a half of what I make every month so that I can manage like how to pay it and also be on the safer side instead of risking maybe the foreclosure or whatever, right? So I decided let me look for two-bedroom apartment that have a basement. So that's how we came to this point. So now we have two-bedroom apartment with a basement. So I say let's rent the upper level and live in the basement. So this is how we are starting the business, right? We are starting the business and the payment has to be half of my payment, like the mortgage. And then when you add now the utilities, so it will bring it to a manageable payment every month. So that was one reason. Another reason was affordability, which I've already touched on. So this affordability was that we have to buy a house that will give us more value, and also a mortgage or monthly payment has to be half of my monthly payments. So now you can think about like how what type of house can you get to pay that less, right? To pay that less, because most of the mortgages that people take is like they could be paying 4,000, which could be more than their payments or their monthly income. So everyone has their own strategies. There are some people who like to buy big things and that might not fit into their budget. But for me, I'm going with my budget and something that will leave a room for me to manage the business, because the rule of business is that you have to protect the principal. So if you take over or above what you cannot pay, and then you are not protecting the principal, you are really actually risking the principal, where in a way where you might not pay, and then the whole thing is taken, including the saving that you had put save for month or for years to be able to buy the house. So let's see. Another reason is another reason was proximity to the city. Since the property was to be for business, so it has to be close to town, so that in the near future, maybe we say we are doing Airbnb, and then someone will want to come and visit or stay in that place will have accessibility to train. Maybe if they take Uber to go to downtown, it's not that going to cost them a lot of money. So it's become like more convenience for renters to get to where they want to go. Access to train and buses. Do not drive, they have difficulties going here and there. So proximity was one of the factors why I got that place. And you have accessibility to train and buses. Another factor was the fact that it's close to the city. So let's say, for example, we are using the upper level as as if we upper level as this thing Airbnb, right? And someone came to town, they don't drive, they want to take the city bus, or they want to take the train, they want to use Uber. It's going to be cheaper for them than when they are living in the outskirts of the city. So that one was also one factor, right? So it's just that one. Another one, free parking space. free free space where you can put your car, and then you sleep freely, right? You don't have to pay extra in other condominium spaces. You have to pay like extra $100 a month for you to keep your car safe in a space that and you are renting too, so it's expensive. To give that one too, it will help you get good customers, and they will want to stay at your place for as long as they want. Another one, good neighborhood. So this one, yeah, even if like the areas that are bordering this place are not really good areas. So this area is really close to town, close to most of the public places like the stadium and all those stuff. So the security is really good. It's not that bad. So that one was also a factor on average safe area. So another one was the land. Yes. So the land was one of the big factors. Since I was taking this one for business, so the land was the one that I was looking at, that this is the one that I'm banking. It's not about the house. The house might not increase in value because it's all house or this and this, but the land will always appreciate. Let's say, for example, a few years ago in Toronto, so houses were cheap and then land were cheap. But the moment the life appreciated and the housing market went up, people were buying land for amount of money that they could buy a house for. Like if someone has a piece of land that was really big enough, um, developers. So developers who not shy away from buying that house and build a big apartment on it and then make that money back in within 2 or 3 years. So that what was happening. So in this case of mine, when I saw the land, I thought this is a good deal, right? So in the future, this house might be taken out by the developers and they buy a house that could be a double the price that I got it. So let's see. Land will appreciate as usual, right? And the area is infill area. So even if you look around, you see people taking out the old houses and building new houses um, for multi-unit that they use for business. So the land will always appreciate and you will get your money back even if the house is old. Yes. So if we look at now, when I talk about the land, so you can stretch beyond this tree to all the way where this car is. So it's really a very good, nice plot. So this plot, someone can buy the house, take the house out, and get to build something big that will give them more money. So that's another factor. The land was the main factor, even if we put it the last one, that was the main factor, and affordability was also the second factor too. So this is all about it, and I hope get more information on this. And thank you for watching. Mm, So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video. And we'll make more videos on the topic and see how we go.